Hi friends, I hope you all are doing great. I'm going to talk about resolutions for 2020. I have come up with a list of some resolutions that I would like to put into my life, and I would advise you to do the same because it's going to be New Year tomorrow, and things are supposed to change from ugly to beautiful. So, the first one on my list is improving the thoughts, because our thoughts are the the things that govern our day. So we must make sure that we think positive, we think good thoughts, and that's how we can make changes in our life. The second one on the list is changing your attitude. Attitude is connected with our thoughts. If we have negative thoughts, we will have a very negative attitude. So to have a positive attitude, we must first change our thoughts, and then we must look at the world from a new perspective, and we must change ourselves to make ourselves better. And the next is financial conditions. Even I have done that mistake many times, of never looking back. They say you should always look forward and never look back, but I contradict on that point, because if we don't look back, how do we understand where do we make our mistakes usually? And to understand our mistakes, to understand our problems, we must look back into our accounts, into our pockets. There might be some places where we are overspending. There might be some areas of our life which are just useless, and we are just spending money over it. So that those areas can be corrected and changed to make our life more fruitful. The next one is managing emotional connections. Throughout our year, throughout this 2019, we had lots of fights, we had lots of arguments with people. We didn't get along with some of our neighbors, and we got along very well with other neighbors. So this is what I understand, that if you have a friend, or if you have a neighbor, or anybody that you know who is a negative person, who always brings you down, and you always end up fighting with them, and you never find a solution about that problem, you must just take down his name, take down her name, and include a good conversation with them to correct things. And if the things are just not going to work, then you must not include them in your events throughout the day, throughout the next year. So that's how you can affect your mood positively. The next one is managing life and events by using a diary. Using a diary is a very good habit. Some people have it, and some people never use the diary to organize their day or organize their month. But I have found it very useful in the way that we can track our expenses, we can track our daily events, we can know that the Ramadan is going to fall in April or March, and we can plan accordingly. We can also know that these are the public holidays, so we can plan for a holiday trip, or we can take our family out. So it's a very good planner that we could use to help make our life more productive. The main purpose of having resolutions is to have a better year than the year that has gone past. So a diary is very useful to even write down notes about your work to improve your own job or your business. A diary is also very effective at that. And planning to read books and increasing knowledge is another thing that we must consider and put into our life. We have become a very changed self. we only use YouTube for our information and WhatsApp for our knowledge, which is very bad. Because if you look at the previous generations and the previous scholars and previous successful people, they always took their knowledge from authentic sources. An authentic source is a book, is a journal, written and published, is a magazine. So reading increases our knowledge. If we don't have enough knowledge, we might not be able to uh, become a manager from a supervisor's position. So to have increments, to improve our business also, we need to have a good base of knowledge. Giving up bad habits. Throughout the 2019, I have had many bad habits of using nervous stimulants and uh, some other things that are pushing me back in my life. So looking back and taking notes about all those things will help change them. We will help rectify our character, rectify our behavior, rectify our habits. And these things are holding us back from improving ourselves. So letting go of all the bad habits is very good for our upcoming new year. And finally, we must check our overall health. We must have a medical checkup with the doctor organized in the new year, in the beginning of the new year, so that we can find what problems we faced in our health. Even I have a plan to visit a psychologist because sometimes I get depressed. So this kind of things we must consider. If you have been having a pain in your teeth, or if you're having an eyesight issue, this is a very good time to get it checked, so that the next year would be better than the previous year, so that your medical condition that you faced in 2019 would be fixed and might even get improved in 2020. And that is what I wish for you. I wish for you health, wealth, and good finances, and happiness as well. May God bless you. Please share and like our videos.